This is a presentation of DirecTV, exclusive home of the Red Zone channel, the Fantasy Zone, the Dan Patrick Show, 20 years of NFL Sunday Ticket, the Rich Eisen Show, and America's premier source for sports television.
My life's a loss.
Mike, what are you doing? You gotta come down from there. You could hurt yourself. Besides, we got a show in 2 minutes.
I can't go on without Cheetah.
Oh, no, we're not doing this again. We just did it when Mariano Rivera retired.
It's not the same. I'm gonna jump unless Cheetah resigns to the Yankees.
No, Mike, definitely don't jump. You know what? Go ahead and check line 1. Someone wants to talk to you, bud.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, yo, Mikey, it's your old pal Derek Jeter. I just want to let you know that,
I'm gonna go ahead and sign a 5-year deal with the Yankees tomorrow. So, El Capitan's coming back.
when you come down from that small building, we'll go ahead
And celebrate over at my house and watch your favorite TV show, all right?
Your place, my favorite show. That's a win. Gotta get to Jeets, because the box score starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danettes who are back in Milford after a glorious weekend. Fritzy, you predicted it on the show, said we might talk about it, so here it is. The boss laid into you for calling him on Sunday night, said you can't call him anymore. McLovin, if you were told you can't call or text the boss anymore, how would you feel?
It would have no impact on my life. I don't even have Dan's number. He actually specifically blocked me. So Dan and I literally, out of everybody, do not communicate via phone at night. He says email me and don't call me.
Well, even Tony Dungy weighed in, and Fritzy, did that ruin your Monday?
It didn't ruin my Monday, but I was kind of surprised knowing what Mr. Nice Guy Tony is. I was kind of shocked, but it was cool that he played along and was piling on with Dan about hopefully we'll be left alone on Sundays and none of your guys will bother us and distract us while we're trying to monitor the game. So I was more amused and shocked than upset. I was definitely more upset with my interaction with Dan.
I sensed a little bit of upsetness when Tony said that. I was sitting right next to you.
I was disappointed for a split second, and then but knowing how nice a guy Tony is, I realized that he's just having some fun and took it as an opportunity to give a little shot to jump on Team Patrick there.
Well, if Tony did ruin your Monday, perhaps this did.
So you tried to hide your photograph in the back.
Found that.
Everybody else's photograph is back there. Everybody's. For least valuable Danette?
That was like in the deep recesses of the shelves of it.
No, it was hidden by you, according to somebody in the back.
Well, nobody wants to be least valuable Danette. I figure if you can't find it, then it can't go up there.
Well, it's probably going to be up here for a while.
So calling you yesterday that warrants least valuable Danette.
I was hoping that Dan would change that because it feels like I've been up there for about 3 straight months or so, maybe even longer. And I was wondering if that whole bit had just died and we were no longer doing least valuable Danette and I was just going to live on for eternity as the least valuable. So it was nice that I got to see Fritzy's smiling face up there for a little while because I was getting a little tired of seeing myself.
How long do you think Fritzy will be up there?
It sounded like he's got no immediate plans at all.
I bet less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks.
Oh, you think he's going to pull?
He's going to play the boo-boo card about how his feelings are hurt. You know how sensitive I am, least valuable Danette. Always a reminder of how I'm not good at it. And you know how I feel about these things. You know how I care about you. You know how I care about the show.
Are you
and
imitating
Dan's going to feel, Dan's going to feel guilty about it and say, okay, we'll put Paulie up there.
Don't feel too bad, Fritzy. At least you weren't this guy. This unlucky fan who was taken out to the field, and he got stone cold Steve Austin right there. Choke slam at the Ohio State game. Paulie, how would you rate this takedown?
A 10 out of 10. I mean, he decleated this kid, and deservedly so. I mean, look, I think it was, in all realism, that's a little bit of an overreaction for the guy. But I don't mind because I think people think they could go to other people's places of work and just run onto the field and interrupt someone else's day. It really bothers me. I know it's just a fan running on the field, but I'm guessing the strength coach takes his job very seriously and works very hard for his paycheck all week. And so I don't think they like people walking in. I'm similar. I guess we all are. When somebody walks into our studio unannounced, it makes me more upset than just about anything. You know, it's happened before. It happened not too long ago, and you know, Seton, you saw me. I snapped like a maniac. I find it very rude to come into someone else's place of work and just walk in unannounced and do that. I know it's a real apples and oranges thing here, but that's what he's thinking at the time.
You know, if that kid didn't want to be body slammed, though, he could have not fought it. Right. You know, he was sort of struggling with the coach unsuccessfully, and if he didn't want to be really beat up, he probably should have just gone with it a little bit and then be dragged off the field, and that would have saved him that neck chokehold body slam thing that he suffered. Going off like this, holding his ribs.
Yeah. A couple people on the Twitter were like, "Oh, that's way too much. That coach should be arrested." They said that coach should never coach again like that. I was thinking to myself, who made that situation happen? Did the coach make that happen, or did the fan running on the field? Because I don't think the coach went into the stands and body slammed individuals who weren't running.
Yeah, I was going to say you could rationalize it as a safety thing too. In that moment, you don't know. You know, it's probably just some kid that's running out on the field that wants to make a mockery of things or get on TV or just maybe pat players.
There's been a million.
You don't know if they got a weapon or something like that.
Dude, that was a strength coach saying, "Look at me, Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Ohio State strength coach." Come on, guys.
That was more that strength coach taking out his own frustration than it was saving anybody. I thought that was like
Mr.
Tough Guy.
I do agree with both of you. I agree with Fritzy. What if the guy who was standing there looking at Monica Seles said to himself, "Oh, that's just a fan streaking across the court," and paused? Now, it only happens once out of every 500 times that the guy's actually a danger, but let's not let that one happen and take down some idiots.
Well, I mean, first of all, if you're gonna wear clothes, I don't even know what you're bothering streaking for. You're gonna sell out. So, but did you honestly think that guy hasn't like tackled like people walking across the street? He looks like he does that about 4 times a week. Take someone down. It didn't look like the first time he's taken some nerd down.
No, he was a killer in college. He's a former college football player. And he looks bigger now.
You know, and also is it just a bastion of ethics and morals there at Ohio State. Ohio State strength coach. That's right up there with
wow, taking
Supreme
a shot
Court
at Ohio
Justice.
State, the coach who's protecting his players from imminent danger.
Oh, football strength coaches. Those are really who we're turning to for our lessons on justice and fairness in the world, because they really have such a great track record.
Coach Belko. Very nice tackle.
Yeah.
Very mentally stable people. Punishment was dealt there for sure. Paulie made sure he was avoiding a punishment that the boss was trying to dish out today.
Yeah, Paulie didn't shut the door on the box.
There you go.
Why? And you always say, "Oh, you know, I'm worried about burning out the light bulb."
I swear someone told me that.
No, I told you 10 times.
All right, next time I will. If I don't do it,
if you don't do it next
I'll
time,
run a lap. I'll run the parking lot.
I'm going to make you give Fritzy a massage with his shirt off.
He doesn't want any of
I'm
that.
going to go close it off. I'm going to go seal it shut right now.
Yeah, that's a very, very unusual and inappropriate punishment. You know, I understand that he wants Paulie to close the box door, but subjecting him to that type of suggestion, where, you know, a massage with my shirt off, that's just cruel and unusual punishment. There's got to be another way for Dan to get the message to Paulie that he needs to take that extra second to close the door behind him. So
it always involves your body. It's like other people's punishment and your body.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate for you.
Are we supposed to close? So we're closing the door. That's what we're doing now, right?
Saves a little
electricity. Yeah, I think we always.
Because Paulie had a great point about leaving it open.
When they built this studio, the people at DirecTV out in LA told me, don't close the door all the way because it leaves the light on.
That makes sense.
And it'll be on and burn out. So I assume maybe that's changed, and Dan just likes it closed. So I think that's in my head. Mostly it's laziness. I just didn't close it all the way.
This reminds me of back in the day, there was a huge scandal, as far as scandals go here in the man cave, where the door in Dan's room kept getting unlocked, and the FedEx guy would walk up. And Paul was the only person who used that door, and it would be left open, and Dan would be like, "Paul, close the door." He'd be like, "It wasn't me. It's not me. I didn't leave it open. It wasn't me. I locked it. Somebody else opened it," and it turned into this huge fight with you. Well, not huge fight, but it turned into this thing with you guys where eventually no one will walk in and out of that door anymore. Right. We all go through the back, and ironically, the whole problem is stopped. But this sort of the closing the box door is the 2.0 of that, where it's, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to." It's like we've got over that like a dozen times.
It was kind of entertaining though, seeing the FedEx.
Unfortunately,
it's like, "Hey, I got a bag."
I don't want to admit, that was one of the funniest things that ever. So, and the Royals, oh, hey, yeah, no, I'll sign right here. The way Dan flowed with it on air when that happened was hysterical.
Yeah. Just leave that on the table. I'll sign that at the end of the segment. Great.
Seton, you think you would be able to massage a shirtless McLovin?
Easily.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah,
we'll do it right now.
We can do that like
we do that.
Right now.
That's called Tuesday, Brock.
Tuesday.
What do you think we do after the box
just leave
score
the
light
cameras
shut down?
rolling after noon Eastern. You'll see a lot of that.
After the Buffalo Wild Wings body shot that Cito was willing to perform.
Shellback
on
is always
me.
looking for new bromance.
Yeah.
So we're like, me and McLovin embody that.
On air, we say we're doing a $5 bet on the game. In reality, it's a foot rub. That's what a Finsky is.
Reflexology. Box score after dark. Coming up, something we may have just caused with that conversation, a little shrinkage, and we talk ginger. That's after this.
Do you wear protective cover?
Never. No. And it would probably hurt the average guy to get hit, but not me. I'm okay, man. It's an average size, but it's usually smaller, but I'm okay.
Especially in cold weather.
Yeah, cold weather. The whole point. There's no chance of me being hurt then. I mean,
Welcome back to the box score. The boss getting all the inside info on Pat McAfee's schwanz there. Paulie, do you ever cringe at all when he asks a candid guest a very personal question like that?
It's tough to make us cringe, but once in a while, Cito and I have to go, oh my, and we'll kind of do that tense up look at each other. But that wasn't exactly a cringer. That was actually a pretty good topic. We were just discussing in here, do football players wear cups? And I would bet almost 100% don't wear cups.
I don't think they do.
We had a kid on my grade school team, and he was kind of goofy because he did wear a cup, and he once went in to block a punt and got hit right in the schwanz, as you say, Broccoli. And he pulled out his cup and was waving it around on the sidelines.
So he was fine. He was excited about it?
Better, yeah.
Pat, one of the show's more candid guests, and Shane Irving, certainly one of the more candid callers on the planet, did not disappoint today.
Hey, how about that ginger?
Please don't. Danny, listen, I don't even know what to do anymore right now. Like, I don't know how to feel. This has been so dang long. But I sure as hell ain't going to start patting the ginger on the back. He's supposed to run the ball. He doesn't get a gold star for doing what he's supposed to do, Danny. I don't get a gold star for not being drunk right now. I'm not supposed to be drunk. I shouldn't be getting a pat on the back.
I think Shane Irving meant to say, I don't get a gold star for not being drunk right now because I am drunk. That would have been a more accurate statement.
You know what's really disturbing? McLovin, I think I can bring everybody into this. If the Cowboys start winning, Shea's brand is in danger.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how long he can keep up the I'm angry at the Cowboys if they go like 11-5.
It's like when Fox News gets a Republican president.
Yeah,
You're exactly
it's
right.
exactly
Or
like that.
vice versa.
Guys, actually use the truth. But that's one of those things that it's very odd because he was upset today and his team dominated.
He's still got the degenerate gambler part to fall back on,
right?
Which I think will carry him through. But without that Cowboys rage,
yeah, we need that mediocrity of
hurts his brand.
See, which one do you like? You like Shea, happy Shea when the Cowboys win, or Shea when they lose?
I don't know that we've seen happy Shea yet, have we? I mean, he certainly wasn't really happy.
Yeah.
I don't think he seems happier when they're losing, so he can be pissed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen that guy.
And also, he hates their coach, and so by winning, it keeps that coach in place, which guarantees continued anger.
It's almost like the only thing that'll make him happy is to get Jimmy Johnson back, have Emmett, like all the boys running again.
Well, that ain't going to happen. I think he's stuck with the ginger for a while, and I think Paulie's right. His brand may be in trouble should they win. So lose, Romo, lose. Coming up, prepare thyself for battle. Battle Royale, that is. Royale with cheese. Welcome back to the box score. We guys got ourselves a case of the Mondays. So how about we grab the comedic grenades, the journalistic tridents, keep your head on a swivel as we play this week's
Mock Headline Battle Royale.
All right, I give you a headline, you give me a mock headline. First headline, Steven Souza's catch saves Jordan Zimmerman's no-hitter. Paulie, start us off.
Souza phone it in? No way. Outfielder saves no hitter. Souza phone.
Souza phone.
Underrated instrument. Ooh.
McLovin.
Thank you.
Mine is also John Philip Sousa related. Cue up the John Philip Sousa music. Sousa saves a no-hitter. That's Steven, not John Philip.
Yeah, that's factually true.
I like your strategy of more words.
Seton.
All of mine have a theme. Okay, I want to see if you guys can guess what it is.
Crappy.
Christian Yelich. Stinks for you, Marlon.
It'll get better.
They get better. Yeah, that was really.
Fritzy, your headline.
Ick.
Never say dive. Great grab keeps no intact for last out. Never say dive.
Click first.
Our second headline, Steve Smith catches 2 touchdown passes as Ravens rout Panthers. McLovin, your headline.
Okay, can the Panthers stop Smith? Quote the Raven, nevermore. Carolina with a Poe effort against former player.
Poe effort. No, Poe effort. Yeah, Poe effort.
Poe effort. Boy, that brings that home.
They were already applauding. And yeah.
Knock, knock. Okay, Seton, your headline.
Cam P-U-Tin. Panthers still think Steve Smith stinks.
Wow.
I get your theme now.
P-U-Tin. Yelich.
An odoriferous offering.
stinks.
Fritzy, your headline.
Blood and guts and glory. Smith teaches former team lesson.
That was almost a headline. That's an actual headline. Oh, okay, Paulie, what do you have?
How do you care like me now? Smith torches his own team.
Care like me.
Our third headline. Europe, not to be confused with the group, wins its 3rd straight Ryder Cup. Seton, hit it.
U.S. Hey, what's that smell? Oh, it's the U.S. Ryder Cup team.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
Fritzy, what do you have?
Watson's wrong with them. Americans watch opponent's cup runneth over. Watson's wrong with them.
There's a very angry woman in there.
They're European all over us. America loses another Ryder Cup.
Pretty
good. All over us.
Golden shower submission.
Yeah.
McLovin, what do you have?
Take that, last 100 years of history. Europe finally does something better than the U.S. Now try inventing something for once.
Political.
Civilization.
Go America!
We just lost a household over in Europe. Our last headline, Jets QB Geno Smith shouts obscenity at a fan after Sunday's loss to Detroit. Fritzy, give me something good.
Quarter flack. Geno pulls a Vic move by cursing at fans.
Ooh, nice. That's nice.
The band from down under. Seton.
WV, ew. Somebody put soap in Geno's foul mouth.
Playing the theme.
Ew.
Theme.
You're,
What's that smell?
You're loyal. McLovin.
P-U-Tin.
Forget about it. That's it.
Oh, Paulie, send us home.
Picked off and ticked off. Jets horrendous quarterback strikes back at fans.
Oh, nice, but that stands in the shadow of the mighty McLovin, who gets that mock headline championship belt. That's an easy one. McLovin is your champion.
Hey, forget about it. Forget about it. It's going to be my new box score line.
Still to come, we wrap up things with the Danette Football Night in America Challenge. Welcome back to the box score. Last call. Well, last night's game was a blowout for sure. But while Shea was downing clear liquor, shooting his handgun off in his apartment, I'm sure we should have been paying attention to the suit colors of the in-studio talent. So let's play this week's
The Danette Football Night in America Challenge.
We asked you who would have the darkest suit in studio. Would it be Dan, Tony Dungy, or Rodney Harrison? Let's see, Paulie and I said DP, Seton and Fritzy said Rodney, and McLovin stood alone saying that Tony Dungy would have the darkest suit. Let's take a look at the tape. Dan with dark gray, Rodney a dark blue, but I think Tony took the cake by a hair with the dark brown suit. McLovin, I think you got this one.
I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank Tony Dungy, too. He really made this all possible, and the stylist at NBC.
Shockingly, Brock, I have a question on this one. Now, blue is higher up on the scale of colors, but is it a darker blue or a darker gray, if you could look at those?
Let's bring up that, can we bring it up one more? No, we only have one playback thing. Yeah, there it is.
See, now, is the blue darker than the gray, or is it a wash?
You know, the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, cool, Rodney, we won. And then I noticed Tony there, which from here, it kind of looked more chocolatey. But I don't know. I've got to go with whatever the lazy graphic guys already mocked up.
All right. How about this? How about we take a look at what the lazy graphics guys did. After week 4, McLovin and I are now tied with 1 point apiece.
Yeah.
Paulie, of course, PO'd the graphics guy, and he still sits at -5. Fritzy and Seton have donuts. Fritzy, when are you going to get on the board?
I gotta get on the board. I hope by the midway portion of the season. If I go 0 points and it's already week 8 or week 9, and everyone's got their bye weeks already wrapped up, that's going to be pretty
So
bad.
it took those 3 jackasses from Friday all weekend to put that thing together?
Right.
3 dudes?
We got to be careful. We can't be too accurate because we're at the limits of how high those guys can count. I mean, if we get into double digits, we're in big trouble.
Don't make fun of Santa Monica Junior College. It's a quality institution.
Yeah, if they could have graduated from there, that would have been great.
They're just short a few hours. Here are some of what the folks at Dan Nation guessed. Jay Kelly chose Danny Darko, clever. Seton's working that hockey stick. Steph and Callie went with Rodney, but Hunter was the man who chose Tony. Good job. Don't forget to tweet us your guesses at the Box Score Show with our new shorter hashtag. It is hashtag BSFNC. This is all BS. Okay, the king, Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
Rodney Harrison of NBC Football Night in America is going to lead us off tomorrow.
The dark-suited Rodney Harrison?
Dark-suited. Very questionable. I thought that Seton and I won that as well. And Kevin James, actor and comedian, will stop by the Tuesday edition as well. And we'll see what else we can add to that.
Very good. Well, thank you guys, and thanks for watching the Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. You can also catch our podcast available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Cheers, Control Room.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees. Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!
This was a presentation of DirecTV, exclusive home of the Red Zone channel, the Fantasy Zone, the Dan Patrick Show, 20 years of NFL Sunday Ticket, the Rich Eisen Show, and America's premier source for sports television.